This is Iman Muwafaq Muslim from the College of Education for Women, University of Baghdad. Assalamu alaikum. Birth and growth of semiotics. This is to know the beginnings of semiotics. But before starting to talk about its birth and growth, we have to know what is semiotics. It is known as the study of signs, which are either linguistic or non-linguistic. Signs are the elements in communication that can be decoded into meaning. Semiology is another name of semiotics. Studies the signs of the social life. The main branches. The main branches of semiotics are three parts: syntax, semantics, and pragmatics. First, syntax. As we know, syntax studies the word structure. Semantics refers to the meaning of the work and visual concepts. And pragmatics describes the work according to the connection of the previous information with the consequences or with the results. The birth of semiotics. It was born since the birth of the need to recognize the language of signs in the ancient ages. It passed through a series of different theories and types of interpretation. However, along with its growth, there has been no parallel focus, which means there was no significant attention from scholars. The age of antiquity, 3000 to 476 before Christ. Mesopotamian antiquities of ancient civilizations showed that they had used signs mainly to express the divine language. The language that has been sent by God. For this reason, signs were so important for the Mesopotamian culture to transfer information from God to people. Mesopotamian tablets. In addition, signs were the language of medicine. Thus, it became necessary to have people write the signs of medicine. Thus, we see the ancient clay tablets of cuneiform texts came with the first written evidence of the concept of sign. The age of the Greek, 800 to 146 before Christ. It was the age of the great researchers and philosophers who had impacted the culture of linguistic and non-linguistic communication. The term semiotics was used for the theory of signs. Pay attention that they used the word semiotics and many of the related words used today at that time. The theory of signs had first originated in the 6th century before Christ. The age of Augustine, 395 to 430 CE. It means the Common Era. Augustine was the first philosopher who formulated the theory of sign as a relational construct x equals y. He was considered as the greatest philosopher of his age, the ancient era, that he played a prominent role in the field of semiotics. Now we have seen that the word semiotics had been used from the old age. The age of the scholasticism, 1100 to 1700. Augustine's views went unnoticed until this age, the age of Arabic scholars who were interested in translation. The focus of Arabic scholars' translation was on the works of Plato, Aristotle, and the great Greek thinkers, among whom was Augustine. Scholastics continued studies on the problems of semiotics along the Middle Ages until the 17th and 18th centuries. The appearance of semiotic contributions by philosophers such as Locke, who used the word semiotics and said that words are signs of ideas. The modern age structuralism from 1914 to 1945. It is important to mention peers together with Saussure, as they were pioneers of their age. Living in two different countries, each one of them differently wrote about language and science. Now we have the Swiss Saussure and the American peers, who were considered as the fathers of semiotics. They made big contributions towards modern semiotics. Their approaches have become as a multidisciplinary basis because they have impacted fields and disciplines other than philosophy and linguistics. The postmodern age. Adversaries of the modern age, philosophers gathered and labeled themselves postmodernists or post-structuralists. They began to collect what the previous ages achieved with the remains of structuralism and uncompleted achievements. If you like to know about more details, you can read the article Birth and Growth of Semiotics by Zina Abbas and Iman Muwaffaq. Thank you.